Welcome to my channel. This is Freca FX Trade, where analysis are made easy for all beginners to have a pure market insight of what they will be expecting on the market opening. If this is the first time you are coming across my video, kindly like, subscribe, and turn on your notification button so that you will not be missing any of my weekend analysis, because in this video I will be actually be giving you a lot of insight on what that is about to happen in market opening. If you watched my previous video, you will understand and you will know that I talked about what that will happen. We met XY at this consolidation point where this market we are actually consolidating at this zone. We met this market at this zone and marked out this zone. I labeled the liquidity, and I told you that this market will actually sweep the liquidity, that this market will actually sweep this liquidity, then buy from here, or the market might either choose to come back to this surprise zone so that it will pick some energy to sell down to this zone and buy from. What do we have? The market went down immediately to buy from the demand zone. I think I did the analysis on this particular place. Let me get where I did the analysis last week. I don't think it is this one, so that you will actually see that market is actually reactive, not predictive. You can predict where the market is heading to by knowing where the market is coming from, but you don't press your position or press your buy limit or sell limit out of prediction. Rather, react according to what the market is doing. Okay, so this is where I made the analysis. If you watch my previous video, I told you that this movement from here to here is actually a retracement, that the market will actually retrace into this demand zone and this area of demand zone, knowing that here is demand zone in 4 hours, while here is investors order flow. From here is investors order flow, or called order flow. Then now this market just reacted from this order flow. Then I told you that if this market come down here, you will look for this pattern, this inverse head and shoulder pattern. Once you see it, we are good to go to position to buy any USD excess pairs. What I mean by USD excess pairs is something like USDJPY or USDCHF. That once this structure align, we'll be looking to buy USDCHF, USDJPY, USD CAD, and we will be selling GBPUSD, EURUSD, AUDUSD, NZD Then exactly that is what that happened here. Then in our GBP USD pair, you can see that it actually played out the way we analyzed it. Let me open it so that you see it. This is the pair. Let me go to 2 hours so that you will see it clearly. Now this is the pair. You can see it. You can see how it tapped in our zone, and it sold massively. It sold massively. Congratulations to everyone that got this trade. Then to the Euro USD, because we have the similar analysis in Euro USD. We have the same thing, because all these pairs are being moved by DXY. Then also, if you can remember, I told you about what that is going to happen here. I told you that the market can either buy from here if DXY, if DXY retests to the supply zone to buy, to sell, to sell, that this Euro USD is meant to retest to this demand zone to buy, to the was supply zone. From there it will sell. But the DXY did not go to the supply zone, it went straight to the demand zone, the order flow, and what buy from there. That is why this Euro USD sold from here massively. You can see it. Congratulations to us and everyone that caught this sell on Euro USD. Then the same thing on NZD USD and the AUD USD, NZD USD. I think we have a sell there too. And the same thing goes to AUD USD. Let me show you all that before we move into what we have today by analyzing the DXY, because we must actually start with DXY, because DXY is a fundamental of dollar that tells us when dollar is bullish and when dollar is weak. So here we can also see a sell from this zone. It happened well. Then let's check our AUD USD, because we also have a proper sell from that zone, a proper sell in AUD USD. The same thing goes to AUD USD. You can also see that all of them sold. It sold, though it stopped here. Then we will analyze what we'll be expecting ahead of this week. Then let's check out our USDCHF, because we have a nice setup there. We have a very nice setup in that USDCHF, which played out perfectly well. Then we can see the market reacting from this what breaker block buying because of what that happened in DXY. So for us not, and also let's also see what happened in USDJPY. I knew that many people hit loss on this USDJPY because of technically it was showing a bit change in character and a reversal chart pattern. It was giving a reversal chart pattern, but those that understand how DXY influence all these things will not take any sell here. I once have a sell here, which I have taken the profit long time ago. I have taken the profit long time ago. Then I was still watching to know what will happen at this surprise zone. But when I noticed that DXY is now becoming bullish, that's when I say I will not take any sell from here, that I will be expecting to buy again from this zone, then to the upside. Then let's go to what we have in DXY today. On DXY, let's clear what we have here and do a fresh top-down analysis on DXY. We'll be only doing top-down analysis on DXY while we mark out and align other pairs with what is happening in DXY. Then here we have that DXY is actually buying, and it has in daily time frame it has broke a structure at this zone. You can see there's a break of structure at this zone. Then the market has given a sign of pattern that how will I say it, a candlestick pattern that is signifying a bit sell. So we might be seeing a bit retracement either into this zone, which is where the breaker block fall, or we might be seeing a small reaction from this fair value gap. So we mark out anywhere that the market might actually be reacting. If you reach there, then we might also be looking forward to see a buy from this demand zone. So all these points are marked out. Now let's go down to 4 hours and align what is happening in daily time frame with what is happening in 4 hours. Now, if you come to 4 hour, you will see that this zone might not actually hold. This zone might not actually hold. So we are going to take it out due to we see that in 1 day time frame that the candlestick we have there was a pin bar, and we know what pin bar stand for. It stand for a bearish candlestick. Then let's just take out what we have here. The market swept liquidity here. You can see it is obvious. Is very very obvious. Then let's take that one as our X. Then we have a demand zone, or let me say an order flow. This is an order flow. We have an order flow where the market is reacting from. The market reacted on this order flow to buy massively when the FMOC news was released on Wednesday. Then we can mark out this to be our strong low, because any low or high, or let me say any low that break a structure is called a strong low, and we don't expect market to go below that. If market go below that, we will say that the market has automatically changed structure. That is why I label that strong low to change of character. So I don't want market to go below that. Then remember we have our break of structure here. This is our break of structure. Then we are going to label there our BOS, our break of structure. Then now, whenever market breaks structure, it always retest inside that zone. What did I mean? What did I mean? The market breaks structure and it retest inside that zone. Any first retest into such zone is actually referred as liquidity zone. So some people might be actually trying to buy from this candlestick that look like other block. Let me mark the candlestick. So let me, from this candlestick, you see this zone, you see this zone, this candlestick here. Some people might be looking forward to buy from there, but that is an SMT trap. It's an SMC trap where the smart money just intentionally create that so that buyers will actually fall a play in that zone. Then we have another point of interest here, which is a breaker block. We will not forget that we have a breaker block at this zone. Then while we have an order flow in this zone, we have a bearish order, a bullish order flow in this zone. Then where are we looking forward? We are looking forward that this market will either buy from here or buy from here. So for me saying market buying from here, you don't actually buy DXY. But what I mean is that we are looking forward that the dollar will pick strength from here or pick strength from here. So now we have something like this. Then we go to 1 hour. If you go to 1 hour, we'll be seeing that probably we'll be looking to see a deep retracement into this zone, or into this zone. We might actually be seeing something that look like this market coming into this zone, then going up small to come down into this major zone, give us a change of character, change of character pattern, which is the inverse head and shoulder, like he used to do all the time. Once we see something like this, once we see something like this, we'll be looking to start buying any USD pairs, any USD, any pair that started with USD. What I mean is USD pairs. We will start buying them, and we'll be selling USD pairs, which are the Euro USD, AUD USD, and GBP USD. We'll be selling those ones, and we'll be buying USD CHF, USDJPY, and USD card. So let's go to analyzing and JPB USD so that we know what is happening in that pair, because it must actually correlate with what is happening in DXY. Because is if DXY is going down, what do I mean? If DXY is going down, we are expecting that GPB USD will start buying. That is the ideology or the psychology behind that. Sorry, my network is bad. That is the psychology behind that. Let me reconnect my network. It is actually very bad at the moment. So whenever we see USD, that means the DXY becoming strong, invariably Euro USD and GBP USD and the AUD and NZD USD will be looking forward to take a sell from those pairs. So let's check what we have in GPB USD to know if we will be taking a buy or taking a sell. But if you pay attention, you will know that we will be looking for a short retracement. We'll be looking for a short retracement, which we can either buy or we can obviously wait patiently to sell. If you want to buy the retracement, we can buy the retracement. If we want to sell, we will sell the retracement. But I will suggest and I will encourage you to patiently wait, because market reward patience over everything. If you patiently wait, you will actually got this sell that is about to happen. Now, see what we have here. We might not be doing top-down analysis on this pair, but this is actually what we were looking forward to see. Remember, this is the final break of structure. You can see it clearly. Then the market has actually given us an inducement, and if you are paying attention, you will actually see that DXY and the GBPSY are having a very clear structure. They are having a very, very similar structure, but in inverse way. In an inverse way. You will remember that I mapped out this liquidity that I told you don't buy from that zone, because that is where the SMC or the market makers, that is where they position to trick us. This is the same zone. You can see it. This is the same zone. Let me invert this particular chart so that it will look like it will look exactly the same, so that we can be able to compare things. Now I have inverted the chart. You can actually see the similarity. You can actually see the similarity in both of them. So for us to be profitable, we have to actually be patient to see this market come down at this zone, or this market come down at this zone, and the market start buying. if this market, or how will I put it, if dollar start getting strength, if dollar start getting strength, we'll be looking forward that this DXY will start selling. This, I say that I inverted this chart. I intentionally inverted this chart just to teach you something. If you remember how we analyzed this before, you will notice that we map out this liquidity sweep in that our DXY. Then we labeled it X. Then we map out this our breakup structure. You can see it clearly. Then we have this, which I told you, market we actually use as inducement forward to buy from this zone. Once market enter inside this zone, we'll be looking forward to see a change of character pattern, something like this, something similar like this, like a W pattern, exactly the same thing that the market did before moving from the previous zone where it sold from. So we'll be looking forward to see a similar structure like this. It might not actually appear exactly this way, but know that it is something that will look similar. You can see this one, you can see this one, you can see how it move. You can see they are very, very what, similar. Once we see it, we position to what, to take the trade from this zone. So once we see a change of character, we take this market from this zone. And mind you, this is not a buy, this is a sell. Let me invert it back. Before I invert it back, let me put our sell limit. This is our sell limit. We'll be targeting this low. So this is our sell side liquidity. Don't misunderstand this. I inverted this chart. This is not GBP USD is not meant to buy. I just inverted the chart so that I will show you the similarity and what is happening what in DXY and what in USD. Because I told you whenever USD is getting strong, that DXY is meant to what, sell, is meant to act inverse of what is happening in what, in DXY. That's why I just inverted the chart so that both of them will look similar for me to just teach you to understand what happened here. You can see it. Let me invert it back. So this is what we actually see in a normal chart. So we'll be looking forward to take a sell from this zone down towards here. Then what we have here might be is a short term buy. We can take a short term buy here if we see confirmation in this zone in 5 minutes. If you see the same inverse inverse head and shoulder pattern in 5 minutes time frame or 3 minutes time frame, once I see it, I will take this short buy into this what, surprise zone. So probably on Monday we will look forward and see what is going to happen here. If we see the change in character, we are going to buy from here to here, then sell from here downward. So let's go to Euro USD. Let's go to Euro USD. Euro USD. In our Euro USD, we will actually have the same similar structure. Let me go to 1 hour. Let me clear everything we have here. So we can have that this market sold from this zone is an order flow. It sold from this zone to give us this break of structure at this zone. can see the clear break of structure at this zone. It is very, very clear. Then we'll be looking forward to take another sell, because we knew that DX, because you can see that these things are having the same structure, very, very similar structure. Forex is simple if you understand it. Do you see how they have similar structure, the same liquidity, fair value gap, then towards the what point of interest, which is the surprise zone where you will what sell from. So we'll be looking forward to take a sell from this zone. We're looking forward to take a sell from this zone, very similar to what we have in GBP USD. So you can see it once markets come up here, we will look for confirmation. Market is reactive, not predictive. So you react according to what is market is what, or react according to the story the market is telling you. Because in each time and each minute, market is telling us the story, which is either I'm buying or I'm selling at the moment. It's left for us to either agree with the market and make profit, or disagree with the market and make loss. So we'll be looking forward to see this market move up, retrace into this zone, then sell from there down. Then also, like we have in GBP USD, if we see a clear point of clear confirmation in this zone, we will be actually be taking a short buy, because we knew that DXY is going to retest, that it is going to what retest before it will become what strong. So that time it will be a bit weak. We will be what taking this what short buy, because it will actually reflect in this pair, because whatever that is happening in DXY affects this pair. Now this is what we have in Euro USD. Then let's go to AUD and know what we have in AUD. Remember that all these pairs, they are in a way being influenced by what that happened in USD, which is the DXY we analyzed. I believe this is getting clear to you. If you remain consistent in watching my videos, there's no way you will not actually grab some informations and knowledge that will make you a pro trader. Then remember, we have a break of structure here, and this is our strong low, strong high. We never wanted market to go above here. We never wanted markets to go what above here, but we have the market went above there. You can see it, the market went above there. So we take it as our change of character. So we are looking forward to see AUD USD buying up. If we can actually buy it from here, you can see that the market tested into the demand zone, because I give you this and I give you this last week, that this market is going to buy from this demand zone, and it took out this liquidity, tapped into this demand zone. We are waiting for the confirmation at this zone, and I think we might have seen one. Let me go to 15 minutes time frame and know if we have a clear change of character in this zone. Okay, actually we have change in state of delivery, which occurred at this zone. This is the last break, or will I say, even though that this is the last break, let me use this zone as this zone being the last break. Where is the last supply zone that caused this break? Let me label this first. We have we name it our X, because I used to use X to label any point that was taken as liquidity. Then this is the point that has the surprise zone. You can see it clearly. Let me zoom it so that you see it better. You can see it. This is our surprise zone. See it, see the fair value gap, and we don't want market to go above it. That if market go above it, we will take it as our what, change in state of delivery or change of character, and that is actually what happened here. So this is our what, change, internal change of character or change in state of delivery. I normally use change in state of delivery at times because it's just to tell you that this market want to change its what, delivering state to another state. So now we have a fair value gap. We have a accumulation at this zone. After this accumulation at this zone, there's tendency that this market might use the fair value gap here to buy, or it might go towards the what, demand zone before what it moved. So for us not to miss this trade, I will actually be taking this trade from the fair value gap. From that fair value gap, I will be placing my entry inside this fair value gap, which is this. So I will be buying from this fair value gap. Where am I going to target? I will actually consider this this particular surprise zone. If I consider this surprise zone, I'll be taking profit at this zone. So I'll be taking profit at this zone, considering this surprise zone at this zone. So this is what we have in Euro USD. So there is still also a probability that this market might also move up into this zone, which is the major surprise zone. Because if you noticed, this market, after this market broke a structure, it managed to take out this internal low. Then it created another internal low. Sorry, did I mean internal low? I say it managed to take out this internal liquidity, and it created another internal liquidity, which this market is probably trying to move and what, sell and move and sell from this supply zone. So we might actually be taking partial at this zone, while we look forward taking a full take profit at this zone. I didn't mean above that, I mean at this supply zone here. So that is where we'll be looking forward. This is what we will be looking forward to see in AUD USD. So now we also have to we also have to be very, very cautious and pay attention, not to be predicting like that. We just react according to what the market is what telling us, because some people might felt that this market will actually be selling from this place, but from what I'm seeing technically, it might not actually be selling from here, or it might sell. Everything depends on what DXY was, or what DXY will tell us when this market reach at this zone. Because if market reach at that zone and DXY got stronger, that means the market will be selling from there. That means the market will be actually be selling from here. If DXY peak strength, when this market reach there, we see a, a sell. We will see a sell from this zone. So this is actually what we have. Then if you check all I have said here, you see that there's no reason of what, predicting market by setting your sell or buy limit out of prediction. Rather, you react based on what the market is doing. Based on what market is doing. If market give us a change of character here, we might probably take a sell, but probably I'm looking forward that the sell might come from here. due to these internal liquidities. These are three equal lows, sorry, three equal highs, I mean, not low. This is three equal high liquidity, which is a draw on liquidity where the market will actually be aiming to take out. So I believe you are actually learning something in this particular video. Then let's go straight to other pairs like NZD, USD. And see what we have in NZD, USD before we move to BTC Gold and USDCHF and JPY. Then we call it a day. Then you can see we're actually going to look for is either a my sell here. No, I might not be taking this sell. I might not be taking this sell. Let me see what is happening in high time frame. Let me check out something in high time frame and know what is gonna happen here. Because you must always align your low time frame with high time frame. Because if high time frame is saying up, low time frame is saying down, you are not meant to follow the low time frame, rather you follow the high time frame. Okay, from what we have here, we might actually be buying from this zone. Okay, market has tapped into this zone. We'll be looking to buy from this actual zone. So this is the demand zone. We have demand zone in this zone. Okay, we'll be aiming the market take out this internal low. Okay, in 4 hours, let me see what we have in 4 hours here. Okay, we see the market trying to gain ground and what's preparing itself to move upward. Let me see clearly. Okay, now we don't actually want to see moving above this level. If market move above this level, that means that the market has automatically what changed character, because here was the strong high that we don't want market to move above. We don't want to see market going above this zone because it is our strong high, which I knew that this market might invariably go ahead or above that. But we are still considering what our DXY is saying. So our DXY is saying that it is going to be weak from this zone. It's going to be weak from this zone to any level before it will start buying. And when it will start buying, we'll be looking forward to start seeing sell from this pair. So this pair is not actually very clear like other ones. So I might not actually be taking any trade from it since the chart is not actually clear. So let me just leave it. Then let's go to USD So in USD we must have a similar analysis with what is happening in DXY here, because this pair always follow DXY. Now let's see what we have there. Now we saw a break of structure here. We saw internal change of character, or we can say a break of structure also. We saw that here. Let me mark it. This is an internal break of structure. We saw internal break of structure. Why this is external break of structure? So our internal break of structure is there. Then going to mark out this is the liquidity zone. The market will take out as it was in the DXY. So we'll be looking forward to buy this pair from this zone. Once this market come down to this zone, we'll be looking forward to buy from here to this zone, setting our stop loss within this strong low. This is a strong low, and we don't want market to go below this low because it is our strong low. And whenever we have strong low, we don't expect market to go below that. If markets go below that, we automatically know that the market has changed character towards downtrend. So this is what we have in DXY. So pay attention. If market comes down to that zone, you look for a change of character pattern, then and buy from that zone. Then let's go into USD, USD JPY and USDJPY, USDJPY. Let's see what we have in USDJPY. Then coming to USDJPY, see, we probably avoided this sell. Then we noticed that the market break, then it drop, then leave this liquidity zone. Then we're looking to see a retracement inside this order flow. So once market come inside this order flow, we'll be actually be looking for a buy, and we don't want market to go below this low because this low swept liquidity before it broke a structure. So if markets go below here, we automatically say that this market has what change character. Then we will stop looking for buys, we're looking for sells. That is how market works. Market is not predictive, it is what reactive. You predict where the market is going to, then when you are about to take a trade, you react according to what the market is saying. Because I won't just put my buy limit here immediately because I'm not actually taking aggressive entries because of my risk management and my lose. So I don't like doing that. I always wait for confirmation before I take any trade. So we will not be actually be targeting this high. We'll be targeting just this above this zone. Then that's all. But we must wait for confirmation along this line, then to buy from there. Then let's go to gold. Let's go to gold and know what gold is also doing. You can see gold. Okay, gold is coming down to, okay, gold sold from a breaker block. You can see it is already in downtrend. See BS. I told you that this gold will retest into either this breaker block or this supply zone, but it is just reacting at the breaker block. So actually I will be waiting to see confirmation at this zone before I buy again. I'm waiting for confirmation at this zone before I buy from this zone. Then let's go to 50 minutes and know what is happening here. This is exactly what I want to see. I want to see this market sweeping this early buyers. Let me zoom it clear so you see it. These are the early buyers because they are the one that bought it earlier to this zone. So I want them to be swept out. Then I will position towards buy. Once I see the confirmation, I will now buy to the what upside, which is selling at this what I will buy. Then my TP will be at this supply zone. Then let's go to BTC USD and see what we have in BTC USD. This is BTC USD. I caught a sell in this BTC USD, a very nice sell. Okay, yeah, this is the sell because I knew that this is a break off. This is a internal change of character. I knew because I actually understand how this trade works. There's a surprise zone. Will I say is another block also that pushed this market down. You can see it. The market reacted on the what? Other block. You can see it very, very clear. Reacted on the other block. Then it broke this structure immediately. But first of all, I saw it coming from here. I knew that this market will actually react somewhere here. Then I said, then I got it is a sharp sell. Then I knew that this market might actually react from this zone to come down. That's what I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward that this market will actually do something like this, because the initial buyers or the early buyers has not been taken, and this market is actually reacting from nowhere. To me, is actually reacting from nowhere. Or the major place where the buyers buy limits where is at this zone. I know most traders will put their buys at this zone, but the market is reacting at nowhere. So I'm just looking forward to see this market did something like this, coming down, sweep them, then tap into this zone, pick first people, the aggressive traders, pick them, then with the confirmational traders will now enter here targeting this high. So you are going to be patient and be watching. Don't try to take any trade at this zone at this moment, because what I'm seeing here is just a small manipulation. They're trying to manipulate people before it will become clear, because the structure is not yet clear. Then let's check indices US30, because I know many people has asked me to analyze US30 and the Nasdaq. Then this is what I also have here, because I'm a structure-based trader. So I'm looking forward to take a sell from here down, because I knew that this is just a liquidity, a pure inducement, which this market might react from this daily fair value gap to come up to sell from this supply zone down to this zone, and now buy from this zone. Let me increase this my time frame so that you will actually see it clearly what I have here. If you look at the structure, you can see that the structure is very clear and a bit confusing. It's very, very clear and a bit confusing. So that's why you got to pay attention and react to what to the story the market is telling you. Because I would have called here my strong low, and I just called here a strong low because it caused a break of structure. But invariably, if you look forward, you will see that this demand zone now has not been tested. This particular demand zone has not been tested. You can see it. It has not been tested. And also, there is an equal low at this point. At this point, there is an equal low. You can see this low. You can see this particular low, this point to this point. They are equal low, and they are part of draw on liquidity. Then in high time, like 4 hours, or more, this might now serve as inducement to induce traders that want to buy from here. The market will sweep them then and bounce back and move up. So we are going to look forward to sell. If we see a sell opportunity here, we'll take it with confirmation, then sell throughout the week. We are going to hold the trade down to this point, to this fair value gap, to this zone. Then we will now be patient to see what the market is going to tell us along this zone. If you give us a confirmation along this zone, then we will take a buy targeting this high. So that's it. If you have not actually subscribed, please kindly subscribe to my channel, and also turn on your notification button, and also check my description. If you go to my description, you will see my Telegram link. You will also see my WhatsApp link. You can also join the community where pro traders were met.